States, where the Austin Huns face the Glendale Raptors. Little breezy, little chilly, but that won't stop these two great teams getting ready on the sidelines. Tongo, the man mountain himself, he'll lead out the Huns side. Meanwhile, Zach Fenoglio will captain the Glendale Raptors. We're in for what should be a thrilling encounter.
Two undefeated sides, plenty of power on both these squads. Should be great battles up front, fantastic battles at the back. I'm really looking forward to that center battle with the big man captaining this Huns team and Martin Knutsa against Ate Malifa and Chad London. It should be a great battle in the centers.
That's right, this Austin side, you see, they have a couple of changes from the team that defeated the Austin Blacks last week. No Hanko Khamases is with the Eagles, but there's plenty of firepower in the pack. Watch for David Lemasters, HP Moore, and Dion Minard to create some havoc out there. And the lethal combination, the 9 and 10, Michael Reed and Tim Gimeme, those two are players to watch. Elan Patik is the fullback, dangerous out wide. They're coached by Eugene Eloff.
And looking at this.
And the reserves there. You've got on the bench, Wellborn, one of the twins, not starting today. And Heller has played a bit of action last week as well, very elusive. The bench will be very important, especially in the last 15 minutes here at altitude. Color guard takes the field. As the players, now we look at the home side.
And it's a very good Raptors pack with veterans Casey Rock, Logan Collins, Peter Dahl. Being joined today by emerging star Brian Wallace and fresh from his Eagle stint, John Quill. Jose Timoteo, Ate Malifa, Chad London, and Dustin Croy lead the back line. Raptors are captained by Zach Fenoglio and coached by Davey Williams.
Star-studded looking team. A lot of those players played against each other here in the local crosstown rivalry, Denver and Glendale. And here that it gives. Take a look at the reserves here for the Glendale side.
And anytime you have both Pauga brothers on the bench, you know it's a strong one. Zach and Justin, they're going to be joined by another hard charger, James Delboski. So you get a look at the home side. There it is. Zach Pauga wearing 20, Justin number 21. Boyer, former Cal player, Delboski. Another one of these guys, very dangerous with ball in hand.
That's Glendale, one of the assistant coaches there. Kieran Browner has been with this squad for many years, originally from England.
Yeah, there's Robbie Daw, though. Good look.
Oh, Robbie Daw, yeah.
Good flanker in his playing days.
Davey Williams, of course, taking charge. He's also from the United Kingdom, been with the US program for many years, and now with the Glendale Raptors. Fenoglio is ready to get things underway. The Huns have taken the field as well. And we're moments away from the national anthem of the United States. Star Spangled Banner coming up next year from Infinity Park. So we're going to go field side now for the national anthem.
America.
The crowd certainly enjoying that. As the Glendale Raptors on the right of your screen wearing their new blue, dark blue outfit with yellow trim on the side. And the Austin Huns will be on the left. Referee for today is Nick Rocano, one of the best in the business. And Rocano will be assisted by AR's Paul Knowles and Nick Chikerico. Chikerico, a part-time comedian, and now helping on the sidelines as well.
And really looking forward to seeing how Ata Malifa matches up at his opposite, Lamani Tongo. I mean, that guy is just a monster across the way in that number 12 jersey, 250 pounds, 33 years old. They're both older, but again, Tongo has him probably by 60 pounds.
That's right. There's the assistants we just mentioned earlier. But yeah, Tongo, they say the camera adds about 10 pounds, but with him it's about 15 probably. The Glendale Raptors will kick off with Ata Malifa. Chilly conditions here. It's sunny, but a little bit of wind as well coming out of the northeast side, and that's the weather there. 38 degrees and warmed up considerably after last night.
Oh, it certainly has. And if you're in the sun, it's not too bad. If you're in the shade here, it is very chilly. It's probably about 10 or 15 degrees cooler than it is in the sun. But not a bad day for rugby. Field's in fantastic shape.
Super Saturdays here. You must enjoy. Maximo de Archibald kicks off for the Glendale Raptors, and it's been dropped straight away by the Austin Huns. Raptors come flying in. The ball spits free, and the home side takes early possession. They're going to come back and get a scrum off the initial knock-on, but starting this match like a house on fire.
Yeah, not the start the Huns wanted. And again, this is a big test for a big step up in playing ability level-wise. Glendale, one of the top teams in the country for the last several years. So this is going to be a big match. There's a knock, just took his eyes off it a little bit. Instant Replay is brought to you by Alpha Graphics. Increase your reach with marketing and print services from Alpha Graphics. www.agdigitaldenver.com.
To Mateo Defeed, 39-year-old veteran, is still at the top of his game. Called a spring chicken earlier this season by Coach Williams. First touch here for the back line. It comes wide to London. A bit of space to move. They could score with a first touch. It's the Glendale Raptors to Cooper School. Try time. Seth Halliman.
Yeah, just simple mistakes. We've seen it too many times in the past that Glendale converts turnover ball into points. They had great platform off that scrum, and again, just quick hands in the back line. Diacheval's last pass, very quick out to Halliman. So really good start by this. Is it Halliman or Croy?
No, it's actually Croy. They switched jerseys, and that's just to fool us.
Yeah, Croy, he's been Mr. Consistency. This guy's probably scored more tries at Infinity Park than anybody else. Again, just the quick hands out wide to Croy. Just too much pace on the outside. Great start by the Raptors.
Set piece dominance is what the Glendale Raptors were hoping for. Excellent start. And now the Argentinian-born de Archibald from the sideline will stay to the left. It's 5-0, the Glendale Raptors lead. We've only had 2 minutes played.
There's another look at that try, Dallin. Here's the finish. And Dustin Croy again, just so consistent with his play. He doesn't commit many mistakes out there.
Kickoff here from Guillemane, French flower from Racing 92. That's been dropped though by the Glendale side, and then played an offside position, so it'll be a penalty here for the Austin Huns.
Yeah, that's what they needed. They needed a little turn of the momentum. Casey Rock, you don't see that too often. Ball well in his hands. Just dropped that ball on the kickoff. I like the thinking though. The Huns probably a makeable kick at goal. Testing out their line out. Trying to get about a 10-meter line out here.
First line out of the game there, and Lemasters will throw. Man from San Diego, California. Just 19 years of age. In one of their stars in the hooker position. Huns neat, clean ball. Been taken nicely though there by Craig Walborn, one of the twins. Now rolling ball set up here from the Hunt side. Progress has been halted, so they're going to have to move it out from the base, bringing it to some of their hard-running forwards. Mason Peterson, first touch for him.
Release blue.
Reed, one quick ball. Peter Dahl just being a nuisance around the fringes, so they'll tap and go with Reed. The try line looms ahead. The scrum off. Inches short of the try line. In fact, we may even go upstairs.
Nice.
Did you see ball against the post? I did not. No? Tom, could you rewind it and see the ball against the post and the high tackle, please?
Yeah, they're going to Tom Coburn to look at and see if this, if he grounded this against the post.
Post for grounding. It's a penalty against 6 blue for the high tackle.
Very tough to see there, Viz.
Okay. No try. Penalty against 6 blue. Tackles down, okay?
It's still going to be a full arm penalty. That was against Brian Wanless, high tackle. And look at the Huns. So this time, what are they going to do? Scrum? Oh, how do you like it now, huh?
Yeah, well, the Huns
going points, looking for big tries.
They didn't come here for a haircut. Scrum center, 5 meters out. You can push over from this position.
Look on that left side, one-on-one on the outside.
Line. Let's go, boys. 10.
Pierce Reed against Seth Holloman on that left side.
Fine.
Oh, sure.
Right. Be ready for it. Don't peel up. Just be ready for it.
I'm not going to come
Quiet.
They're pushing.
Quiet. Here we go.
Zach Van earlier just saying things aren't ready. James Stewart is his proper teammate.
Get yourself in the scrum, okay?
Viravar,
Crouch.
the Georgian-born front row forward for the Glendale Raptors, and the Huns have got Robert Drummond up front. And of course, Peterson, we mentioned. Drummond's been with the club for many years, one of the longest-serving players here for the Huns. And now scrum time. Ball is still available there for the Huns. They come to the heavy populated area, and Chad London wants to get through this, but Tonga snaps it up for his team.
Outside.
They're going to come back for leaving the scrum early.
Yeah, all the way back was a back row player for Glendale that unhinged off that scrum. Now full arm penalty again. The Huns scrum again. Talking to the backs. Skipper looks like he's going for post this time. They want to get something on the board.
6 and 7.
If we can see somebody come up. Oh, yeah. It looks like Quill, I think, that came off that scrum that time. Number 7.
So penalty attempt here for the Huns, looking for their first points. Like the intent, they line up the scrum. Want to score tries. That's Eugene Elov's team.
Yeah.
So it'll be the young French fly-off, Timmy Guillemin. No problem with that kick, and it's 5-3. The Glendale Raptors lead after 5.5 minutes here at Infinity Park.
I like the strategy for the Huns that time.
Look at it.
Let's look at Robbie Daw, one of the assistant coaches for this Glendale side. But Dallin, I really like the idea behind the Huns. They tried to get a couple of tries from some of those full arm penalties. It didn't work. Get some points out of it while you're down there, though, so I like that.
All right, time is back.
So Archibald put this one nice and high. Same again. This time it's taken beautifully by the Huns. Momsen was in there as well. Box kick coming from Reed. Just fairly deep, so it should be no problem here for the Glendale Halliman. Kept in the sevens program for the US. But good rucking there from the Huns. The Bulldogs kicked through. And Wanless now takes it into the traffic. Raptors looking for their back, so lethal. Oh, Malifa and Knutzer with a little birthday card in the mail. Knutzer kicks it for the line. London is there, and so is Croy. And then diving in a player on the ground is not allowed by Pierce Reed. There's no complaining there, my friend. Get back 10 meters.
There's Martin Knutzer. Welcome back to the Infinity Park. Well, he started for so many games for the Raptors here last year. PRP Player of the Year, high try score. But that's a good defensive play by Dustin Croy. Wasn't allowed to get back on his feet. That is a penalty. And now a good relieving kick all the way out to the 10-meter line. Here's Croy. This is how you go down on the ball. And there's the man, just goes right on him.
You right, Nick?
And Nick Racona right on the spot. It's going to be a line out for Glendale. They'll get out of that shadow of their own goal line.
So first throw here for Fenolio. Played the Rugby World Cup 2015 for the Eagles. Goes to the back. He finds teammate Collins. And so Holder shifts it across Malifa. Runs into Tonga. That center battle just intensifies. Casey Rock was in there, and Timoteo pops one over the top. Good skills there from London as well. Halliman fakes on the inside. Wing three-quarter takes up play to the 10-meter mark. The Raptors looking to spin this ball. It's the big Georgian from Tbilisi. Now Holder. Raptors come flying up. They force a knock on there. HP Moore has this one. What a wonderful story he is. Arrived with all his possessions to Austin, Texas, and finally made the team. The ball's been kicked away, so Archibald now has a chance to get some meters. But well fielded in the end by fullback Elon Paddock. Inside the 22, so this one goes around past the halfway line to the 10-meter mark. It's a good gain there for the Huns.
Yeah, good reply by Austin. Little aerial ping pong, as Dennis Berg used to call it. But good kicking that time by Elon Paddock. Picked up about 20 meters.
Stay, 10.
Taking it quickly, Timoteo. Malifa slips on the ground.
10.
Still with Fenolio, the captain. Almost busting through the gap there. Moore with a good solid tackle around the ankles. Collins. Logan Collins, known as the Corn Dog Collins by his teammates. Farmer from Iowa, now based here in the Denver area. Malifa, nice little dummy from him. Still with the Raptors. Plenty of position for the home side. They've knocked it on again, so just scrum advantage here for the knock-on.
Yeah, pass I think was from Will Holder to John Quill, just a little bit too hard. He wasn't expecting it, went right off him.
Sorry, from blue. Scrum line.
Good defense by the Austin Huns. Let's see if we can take another look at it. Again, just a little, he was not expecting that at all. It was Quill, went right off him. And here's an opportunity here for the Huns. Get it back inside this Glendale half, but pretty impressed with their early play. Not so good on that first touch by Glendale, but they've been pretty good after that.
Crouch!
And Huns
Bind!
haven't had that much possession to speak of.
Set!
And now Reed, just inside enemy territory. Good solid scrum. Manon has it at the back. And then the Raptors come folding through to tight end. Holder looks up first and then decides to shift it wide. Malifa off the right. Not much space for him to operate though in the midfield. So the rhinoceros Chad London once he gets now. Halliman dances around a couple of tacklers. Well over the halfway line now.
Then it's outside white.
Pete Dahl in midfield. The former Eagle legend back at his best. Good support there from Holder. And now Rock has got space for Nolio. Finds Croy. And just fumbles that one on. And Raptors looking so dangerous.
Yeah, there's one of those unforced errors you don't see too often from Dustin Croy. I think he picked that just a little bit too soon, trying to see what was in front of him.
Head.
Looks like we got a Glendale player down.
Stay down, okay? Stay down. Let your trainer take it.
Anyway, here's the replay. Look at Manolio. No look pass, just a little bit behind Croy. I think he was weighing his options. Took his eyes off that ball just a little bit, but that caused that knock on.
Yeah, I think Croy was a bit flat too as well. So it's pretty tough. Reed looks to be hurt down on the ground. And Pierce Reed, originally from Houston, Texas, math teacher. Played actually with him at the Rome Sevens in 2009. He's still going strong.
His foot's back enough.
Okay,
so you have a sub?
Yeah, it looks like Reed's not going to continue. It looks like Andrew Heller, just a 21-year-old, been playing about 6 years, reserved for wings and fullback.
Yeah, he's pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now back inside the 22, it's going to be a scrum for the Huns. Scrum's been pretty good, except that last one, Glendale took that tight head.
Knock on from blue.
Yeah, the Glendale Raptors, powerful front row. Austin will need to stabilize this one to get the ball out. I know they've got plenty of threats out wide, but it all starts with the scrum and the line out. So Michael Reid from Durban, South Africa. They get a short-on penalty, so they can tap and go for an early push from the Glendale side.
Okay, that's free kick, early shot.
Yeah, Zach doesn't know what the call was. I think the referee said early push there. Short arm penalty though.
Don't shout at me.
So it's going to be a.
He put the ball down, and you.
It's going to be a line out to Belmont or to Glendale.
If number 7 yells at me, I'm going to send him off the field.
I think they're trying to keep a little bit of order here. Doesn't like the talk of John Quill.
Yeah, Quill just back from the ARC, which the US have been dominating so far. 4 wins from 4.
15-6, okay?
They go to the back again. Collins on song. The rolling maul.
Move away, White!
Finally been sacked here from the Glendale side. In fact, the Huns was involved there. Tap and go with Timoteo. Goes quickly.
10.
Offsides play. Carl Breitenbach. Now the tall timber. Rock. Raptors. With Big Georgie. Numbers to the right-hand side. That's where they want to go. Not the best ball for Will Holder, so he's got to take things up over the 22. But still with the home side, up by 5-3 after 13 minutes. Malifa floats one over the top. Was a beautiful ball, but player kept flying up in D as well.
Forward.
Yeah, missed out on 2 or 3 players all the way out to Halliman.
Okay.
They've taken it quickly. The ball's hacked through there, so the Archibald is there, and the Raptors flying up.
Rock.
Glendale almost caught napping there. So Rock just to resettle things here for the Glendale side. Georgie fends one off. Moore brings him to the deck. Around the halfway line. Quick hands by Malifa. Oneless. What a season he's having. Oh, the big number 6 still going. Pirouettes up to first. Forward momentum here for Collins. Finoli at first receiver. What a sight that is. The Mall Cop, Paul Blott as he's known, in the inner circle. Tonga comes in to try to steal this ball. And the captain has claimed possession here for the Texans.
Nice defense by Tonga. Zach Benolio just got caught with 1 too many rolls there. And Tonga able to secure possession, steal it for the Huns, and again another defensive release this time for the Huns. Another clearing kick, going to pick up a little bit of territory. Yeah, definitely the wind in the face of the Huns. Not picking up a whole lot of yardage on these kicks. There's Finoli going in. Look at Tonga. So strong on his feet as well. Able to secure possession. You saw referee Rakono said, yep, fair, clean, fair seal.
He's on. All right, time is back.
So a few forwards being pulled out of the line-out. Austin Huns got Wellborn and Moore in backfield. The Masters played with Rock Rugby in Texas as well as the San Diego Young Aztecs.
Yep, hold here.
They go to the front, the ball spits free, still there for Reid. And then off the boot. Chaos in midfield. Wellborn knocks it on.
Knock on.
Got a little sloppy early on, Dal, in these first 15 minutes. We've seen some knock-ons at early season jitters possibly, but again, good defensive pressure by both these sides, coming up quickly in the face of the offensive attack. Yeah, this one just, it went through a couple of hands, and then off a foot, then a knock-on at the end, and Glendale with the scrum put in here. Oh, I love this Diachi ball right behind the scrum. Such a maestro with ball in hand.
Glendale, 2 good attacking options. And now Timoteo goes to the far side with Dahl. Skip pass to Halliman. Halliman cuts back. then forced it to touch. That was excellent bit of defense though. There was space to move, although it was a high tackle, so a penalty here for the Glendale side.
But that's fortunate for Helleman and the Raptors. Got a better field awareness there. He was running up too high, and that allowed the Huns defenders just bundle him into touch.
I can see that.
Just again, just way too high. There's the high tackle. Yeah, he even ended up right around the ankle, or right around the head.
Yeah, tackle there by Sani Taylor from Honolulu, Hawaii. So a line out here on attack for Glendale. This is where they scored that first try. Ball's now set up for a rolling maul as they charge for the line. Players working in unison. Kieran Browner, the forwards coach, will be happy so far with this one. So Rucky set. Come back for a penalty. So in from the side was Mason Peterson.
Side entry.
It looked like Mason Peterson maybe came in from the side on that driving ball. What are the Glendale Raptors going to do here? They're going to go for the line out. And why not? I like the little misdirection they had on that last line out. They tried to find a little seam in that Huns defense. Picked up about 5 or 10 meters on that drive, but just couldn't crack the line. Good look at Diacheval. He and some of his Denver Barbarian teammates playing in this Glendale Raptors side today.
Quality side indeed. That one's been knocked down there. So Wellborn picks us up, the carpenter for the Austin Huns, then loses in the process. But the first knock-on came here from Logan Collins.
Yeah, that was one of those Denver Barbarian teammates. Throw just a little bit on the left side of that tunnel. Collins only got one hand on it, right straight down to the Huns side. Yep, just couldn't get that ball back in. And now the Huns still in the shadows of their own line. Need the scrum, need to get this clearing kick.
Crouch! Bind!
Austin Huns look like they may exit here with a box kick because the flath is not very deep. They get a full-on penalty, so this will relieve pressure.
Man, that is not what you want to see if you're Davey Williams. Letting them off the hook easy here. Guillaume now with a free chance, no pressure whatsoever on this clearing kick. Still not picking up a whole lot of territory, still inside that 10-meter line. But it is going to be a Huns throw.
All right, sort it out, please.
Yeah, that's the important thing. They keep possession. They're out of the red zone. Moore and Wellborn are still not used in the line-out, so short on numbers. They do well there with Minot. The ball's a tricky one to take there for Reed. Again, another unforced error.
Yeah, great take in the line out, only to have the scrum half have a little trouble with it. Another knock. We've seen a lot of knock-ons so far, Dal, and nobody's able to get the groove going. Could be the weather. Let's see the take. Great line-out take by Menard. And the throw just a little off to Reed. That forced that knock-on.
Crouch!
So Glendale with a chance here with Timateo. He's Timateo's with the most successful scrum off in US Rugby, winning title upon title with different teams, formerly with San Francisco Golden Gate. Now the Glendale Raptors the last few years. Holder takes it to the line. He had Halleman with him. Space to move here for Rock, gets the offload. Malifa. Oh, the floating pass. Again, just too flat, I would say. In support was Dustin Croy.
Foul play call.
Oh, we got foul play call. We got the AR on the far sideline with his flag out. Let's hear what the referee has to say. I didn't see it.
Grab your number 7, okay?
He's behind the play. They're talking to Craig Welburn. Want to keep him
There's
cool.
a bit of something going on. Don't know what started. Blue 8.
Step away.
Blue 8 lashed out and appeared to catch a white player in the face.
All right.
Just with an open hand.
Okay.
No force or power behind it. But just one of those pedantic things.
All right. So penalty against Blue 8.
Penalty against Blue 8. Roughly where the guy in the blue boots is.
Okay, I'll talk to him too. Blue number 8.
So they're talking to Peter Dahl for slapping.
The touch judge called in that you lashed out at that player and hit him with an open hand, okay? Just keep your hands to yourself, all right? Ken, please.
Just a full arm penalty. Full arm penalty for the Huns. Peter Dahl just told the situation. Keep your hands to yourself. And again, the Huns let off the hook. How about that movement by Glendale, though, Dallin? We've seen just the timing just a little bit off on a couple of opportunities for the Raptors.
Yeah, 2 scoring opportunities there. Croy's side been very popular tonight so far. And Remain with a nice kick. So Austin Huns line it on the halfway. Got to fix the ball going to the back line now. The lineup was solid, but it was Reed wrapping around. Similar target there. Reed much closer now. HP Moore drops it down. Batters it upfield. Remain, high ball for him to take. Dummies the first and then finds Taylor looping around from the far wing. Huns trying to build the phases. Momsen to the halfway line again. Drummond is in there. Dummy there from Elan Paddock, one of the stars coming through the collegiate programs. Very flat-footed here on the Austin Huns, so Glendale allowed to gain a few meters on defense. And that's why Gourmain will put this to the boot. Goes straight to Maximo de Archibald, and he needs no invitation to bomb this one downfield. The chase is on. Taken from Elan Paddock. Zinzan puts one up himself. Holder. Beautiful take from the fly half. And Tomateo. He knows there's space here to the short side. Couldn't get his pass away. Now, Archibald has attack. Bust through the middle. Maximo trying to spark the home side. Collins. The big Georgie. Get off me, he says. The Georgian rolls upfield. They're outside the 22. Peter Dahl showing the soccer skills. And it's a knock on there, so Wellborn picks this one up for the Huns. They have scrum advantage. And then advantage is now over with the huge kick to Archibald, but straight down his throat. And he spirals the torpedo to the far side. Well-weighted kick here from the fullback. So many times he's done that here at Infinity Park.
The Huns were thinking about this quick line out, but nice kick again by Max Diacheval. Yeah, we've seen that time and time again at Infinity Park, some of his precision kicks throughout the years. But again, just a little bit off kilter are the Raptors. Peter Dahl with that knock-on allowed the Huns to kick it back. And Huns, let's not forget, kicking into a pretty stiff breeze here in this first half.
They certainly are, and Reed has to put another one up from the scrum-off position. Halliman collects it nicely. Archibald lines up a drop kick. He has a snap. One, he'll go underneath the uprights, and back in Argentina, that'd be a goal.
Yeah, I don't think he hit that as cleanly as he would have liked. But the Huns, again, just 2 points adrift here, 23 minutes into this contest. They really haven't had a lot of forays into the Glendale end, but still just 2 points adrift.
Austin Huns celebrating their 45th year in existence this year. Founded in 1972. And this Huns elite team really trying to put down a marker here in 2017. Oh, the ball goes over the top of Archibald, so Quill has to clean up. Quill against his opposite number, Wellborn. And now holding the ball on the ground is Wellborn. We've got it released. Holder throws a dummy. Skips out of Tonga's tackle, but Lemasters is there. Archibald, quick hands there from Alifa again, and Wallace couldn't hold on. Just trying to up the tempo here of the Glendale Raptors.
Don't hold that ball in there on purpose. Play the ball back.
Talking to Eugene Eloff earlier this week, Dallin, he said we came here to play, so they're trying to play, and both teams trying to play. Both teams trying to play some running rugby. We've seen some good defense, and again, that's forcing just a bit too many knock-ons.
White 3.
Looks like the Huns are making a replacement. Troy Spencer coming on, former Huns captain. Sits on their board of directors now, captain high school football, baseball, and basketball teams. Quite an athlete.
Oh, he certainly is. Apparently went to college to study studio arts and realized he wasn't as good as he thought he was. He has been a rugby stalwart here with the Huns for many years. Give him a shout out as well to the Austin Valkyries watching in Austin, Texas. They've been dominating the Texas leagues in the women's division, coached by Luis Sanchez, known as Wheezy. The Huns scrum, ball comes out there and been knocked backwards in the end by Reed. So Menor's got to tidy things up here. Run into the loose forwards here from the Glendale Raptors, trying to hold up the maul, and they do a sterling job there. 6, 7, and 8, all in there for the Glendale side.
Yeah, that was great defense. Menard 1-on-3. And Reed saw that little open side on this weak side, couldn't quite handle that scrum ball. And then Menard picked it up and ran right into the back row of Glendale. They did a great job keeping him on his feet. So it is going to be that put in for Glendale here, trying to crack this Huns defense.
Crouch! Fine!
Well, the Huns conceded a try in the second minute, but they've lasted pretty well here. 25 minutes gone, only 5-3 the score.
On his shorts. I need you in. It's not legal. I need you engaged. Don't slingshot. Put a shoulder on. Both you and the 8.
Referee O'Connor watching for the slingshot at the back, and watch Pete Dahl at the back there.
Well, you heard the referee say he's got to be bound on to start. Yep, see, there it is. He's got to be bound on that rear end of his tight head.
Of course, the loose forwards looking for a way to exit early when they can to join play. Now it comes up nicely here for this Glendale solid scrum. Malifa wrapping around there was Holder. Quick hands to Dodgeball on the outside. Halleman's in support. The kick stab through. Huns dive on this. It's Heller is onto that, the replacement player. And so Guimain drops to the pocket to exit the lines.
No.
Pressure on the fly off. The man from the Lone Star State does well as the ball hits the snowbanks.
Yeah, Chad London's a little slow for Glendale getting back up. But good quick hands by Glendale to get that ball out wide to Diacheval. With the kick through just a little bit shallow. Allowed the Huns, Elon Puddock, to secure possession. I tell you, Glendale, though, you just get the feeling they're going to crack one of these. They've been spreading the ball wide. And you just get the feeling if they continue, something's good going to happen for them.
First from blue, then from white.
Yeah, both teams knocked onto that line. It's going to take the first knock on. That's against Glendale.
Stay in this general area, okay? Not fun. No.
Again, a lot of unforced errors so far in this first 30 minutes. Let's see the first knock. There's the first knock, and here comes the second knock by the Huns.
Yellow, yellow.
Like to see clean scrum here from the Huns, and Alomani Tonga get ball in hand. The big number 12, the one we've spoken about in pre-season. Chad London nursing a bit of a knock, so that would be the channel to run at. Because we know Atta Malifa can put a steel shoulder in when needed. Going to reset the scrum here.
A lot of chatter going on down there. Nick Bracano trying to keep order. Some good pressure on that Glendale scrum. A lot of pressure, and there it goes down.
Hold the push till the ball. Come on. Hold the push. Come on.
Glendale's already got called for pushing early twice on these scrums.
Fine. Hold it.
Now let's see if they can get a better find on.
Hold there.
Still getting driven backwards. The ball comes out cleanly here. Tonga has it now. He floats one over the top. Not the best looking pass for Elon Puddock. Almost picked that up there, but he knocked it on the process.
Yeah, again, just too many knock-ons for both coaches. They can't be happy with the way either team has played so far.
Yep.
The Summer of Rugby Sevens returns to Infinity Park. Save August 25th through the 27th for the annual Rugby Town Sevens and enjoy the latest and hottest Olympic sport. Infinity Park at Glendale.com. And I'm really looking forward to that. It's a long weekend of rugby, but some fantastic rugby is that.
Oh, it really is. And the news also that there are going to be some Olympic rugby players in action. Several of the Fijian gold medal team will be here in action against a lot of local talent as well. It's a highlight of the season. I must say to Mateo, he may even be wearing those 7s cleats later this year. He's still going strong. Dahl picks up at the base. To Mateo looking for a flat ball, and then it's worked nicely inside to Croy, who beats 3 tacklers. Dustin Croy scored 1 already. A few meters out, Logan Collins. Glendale want to get their 2nd try on the board. And they will just do that. We'll have to check. The Archibald might be over. Try awarded. It's Glendale, try number 2.
What a beautiful move by this Glendale backline. Opened up in the middle for Dustin Croy to do his work. Fantastic feet. Gets it all the way down to the 5-meter line, and then it goes out wide. And again, numbers on the outside. Quick hands again. And Max Diacheval is the recipient of another good, well-worked move by this Glendale squad. Here's the finish of it. Going out wide. Look at the quick hands on the outside. There it is. Just enough room. Just enough room for Diacheval to squirt through.
Yeah, it was, but it was Malifa there with a quick no-look pass as well. What a great addition he has been. He's wanted to retire many times. His wife, Kristen, is expecting, and so he will stick onto the field for another season. Archibald attempting to add 2 extra points to his try. First kick went to the left-hand side. This one sprays to the right. So it's the Glendale Raptors that lead 10 points to 3 over the Austin Huns. 30 minutes gone.
Learn to tackle like a rugger. Boys and girls ages 8 to 18. Join us for our rugby tackling clinic on March 8th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. right here in Infinity Park. Reserve your spot at raptorsacademy.com/clinics.
So great to see the youngsters getting in the mix here at Infinity Park, starting them at 8 years of age. It's wonderful. Maybe in a few years' time, I bet we'll see a lot of those players coming through from that youth program here into this Glendale Raptors team.
Yeah, they do such a wonderful job here. Here, Jen Anderson in the background. She has a lot to do with the youth programs here at Infinity Park.
She certainly does. This one taken nicely by Quill. Wants to fire one out. And absorbs contact. Glendale with Fenolio around the neck. High tackle straight away.
High. Down.
Yeah, Wellborn. That was way up high. Racono, no hesitation, pulling out the, or blowing the whistle anyway. Diacheval again trying to find some long-range touch finders here. They got the wind behind them in this first half. Let's see if we can take another look at it here. Fenolio coming in strong, and there's the high tackle.
Wellborn thought he was at the rodeo for a second. Taken there by Collins. Glendale back on attack, approaching the halfway line. Malifa, quick hands to London. The Rhinoceros builds up a good head of steam. He's met by LeMasters. And Malifa stabs it through.
Yeah, I did the right idea there. Get a couple of Glendale Raptors behind him. They're coming up so quick on the outside, though. He finally a little pooch kick through the Huns defense, but it just carried into touch. So it's going to be a Huns line out at the 22-meter line. Had the right idea, though.
They certainly did. Austin Huns taking possession a lot in their own half. Besides that first attacking opportunity in the first 5 minutes, heavily on defensive side, taken there.
He's fine.
Momsen, and now Moore. Big HP Moore. The ball's been stolen here by Wanless. Tireless at the breakdown.
Watch your side. Watch
now
your side.
Collins. Glendale Raptors want to finish off this half with a flurry. London puts that one down.
But I tell you, if Mosi could have saw the gap that opened up when just as he was passing that ball, I think we'd love to have kept that ball in hand. It opened up for him. He could have just scooted right in for a score. But as it was, nice steal by Wanless. And there's going to be the knock. Yep, just took his eyes off it a little bit, maybe a little low on the pass. Still should have had it.
Yeah, he was going against his old teammate, Martin Knutzer, in fact, 13 on 13.
Yeah, that's a little center combo, huh?
That's right. We know
what a tandem they formed.
they've been missing each other all week. Excited for this clash, and now they get to go head-to-head. Of course, we mentioned Hako Khamases, who's with the Austin Huns as well. He's in Chile, along with Todd Clever, current Hun. So, Tongo finally gets brought into the action. Takes 2 players with him.
Easy. Easy.
Still with the Austin Huns inside their 22.
Hey, don't pull.
Gearman goes back a little further, and Reed passes to himself. Very good skills there. We've only seen Chris Crone do that once in Texas.
Can't step over the ruck like that.
So it'll be a penalty here for the Huns.
Got the Glendale player for
Number
stepping
8,
over the
over
ruck.
the top of the ruck.
Peter Dahl
Don't
came over the
step
top.
over.
Well, Chad London had that first good tackle there on Mark Knutza. The one-on-one battle. London did well. Get rid of the fence by Mark Knutza, one of his major weapons.
We checked the RB for a neck roll at that last ruck.
So looking for a neck roll here is Nick Rocano, the referee. Go upstairs to Tom Coburn.
You can win a free Glendale Raptors t-shirt, which will be
Go back one more frame.
at halftime. So get on this quickly. Check in at Infinity Park.
Yeah, that's on the neck. 8 from White. It's White 8. All right, White 8's going to go to the bin, okay?
So you heard the referee, Nick Riconi. He saw White, Menard with a high tackle. He's going to go to the bin.
Neck roll, and then the shoulder charge afterwards was unnecessary. On the
5
neck,
minutes
White
this
8.
half, 5 minutes next half. The Huns will be playing short-handed.
That's when you tuck it too high and you hang on and then roll.
That's
You good to start, Blue?
Yeah, Dion Menard from Pretoria, South Africa.
Right here.
Known as G.I. Joe will go to the sideline. And the Glendale Raptors will kick for the corner, 15 on 14.
Yeah, I like the strategy here by the Raptors. They got the man advantage. They've been very effective in the lineouts. Logan Collins been taking out a lot of clean ball, and they got Casey Rock as well. Let's see if we see another misdirection. They tried it in basically the same spot last time. Oh, again.
Ball down to the front.
7!
And
Stay 6. No.
Huns back in the pocket.
There you go.
Gearman. Not going to be out. No, it just finds the snow, and so it'll be a line-out here for the Glendale side. They've got to fix those line-out errors.
You know, it's one thing, Dallin, to take advantage of the man, the power play when you got the man advantage, but you got to have the ball control in these lineouts.
Stay.
This time,
Good.
Fenolio's on the money. And they got one less out in midfield. Tonga brings him to the deck. Flat ball there. Cutting back in the field is the try scorer, Dustin Croy. And then knocked on there from Timoteo. Just trying to be too quick for himself there.
And again, the Huns just hanging tough. 10-3 is all. The Raptors have enjoyed a ton of possession and territory. Dustin Croy, that was a great out pass to Dustin Croy. And there's mostly Timoteo just trying to pick up.
Should hold that shove till the ball comes in.
I think it was one of his teammates, Booth, that forced that knock on.
Yeah, there's Austin Huns side. They've also got a brilliant elite program. Huns Youth Rugby set up by Chris Hansen. They played at the Dell Diamond last 2 weekends ago. So both programs have got the youngers coming through. It's a scrum, gets disintegrated. The Glendale side, they push, they receive the penalty.
Now he reversed it. It's going to be a Glendale.
Pulling. Fading the front.
And again, it was 8 on 7 in that scrum. So Glendale was already doing well in the scrums.
Thanks, Paul.
Now they had the man advantage and just pulverized that Austin Pack. And this isn't a bad idea here either. Going for the scrum again. Good solid platform ball. See what they do with it here.
Call from the AR. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna work hard to get around both sides. 4 seconds. Yeah. Let's work.
You're talking.
Hey, Jane.
So if you just joined us here, it's 10-3. The Glendale Raptors lead with 2 tries against the Austin Huns.
Hold, Georgie, hold.
Clock ticks away here to the end of the first half. To Mateo with that powerful Glendale scrum. Dahl has it at the back, cheered on by his wife Katie. And now Dahl has to crack himself. Flat wide ball for Dorchval. Space for Halliman on the outside. Halliman is in the corner. Forward pass though is the call. There's good width there from the Glendale Raptors.
Oh, was it that last pass to Halliman? That was ruled forward. Oh, look at that, yeah. Again, they got it out wide. A nice situation, just a little bit of a forward pass. Referee Racona was right there.
Yeah, Paul, make sure that blue guy doesn't pull back, the tight head blue.
Let's see if we can see it here. Yeah, the pass, Diashville to Halliman.
Step around, don't step around the corner.
We saw the referees, Mike Nelson, and them having a meeting earlier today and going through different highlights from different rugby games, testing the referees for these different calls, and Racona was right on the money. So to close out the half, it's Reed and the Austin Huns elite side. They're looking to attack from their own line. Klitzer floats a beautiful ball on the outside. Trying to fend their way through there.
It's a maul.
And now the Huns are trying to get this ball away, but defense is solid again. They've held them up again.
Great play by Chad Glendon and Dustin Croy. Dustin Croy, I like the way he trusted his speed getting back on defense. He came pinching in on that defense, but they went out wide, still had enough gas to come back. There's Dustin Croy. Croy and Chad London's holding him up, and then Croy just held up the ball. Beautiful.
Great defensive tactics there from the Glendale side. They've done it twice so far in this game. There's nothing Heller could do with that. Back to a Raptor attack. Putting the pressure on the Hun side. Quick ball to Malifa. They got Croy in from the blind side wing. Croy again. Beats 2. Dustin Croy, been one of the most dangerous backline players on the field today.
We'll check it.
Now Logan Collins. Captains the Denver Barbarians. Normally, and then Malifa, quick hands to Halliman on the outside, is into touch, but it was advantage here.
I'm going to check for obstruction here, Tom.
Checking for obstruction against the Glendale Raptors, I would assume.
Referee calls for an official review on the vision.
Check for obstruction against blue.
Obstruction. Today's entrant, Nick Racona, taking a look.
Chad London that got in the way, I think.
Yes, it is. It made contact with Tonga Tongo.
In that line there.
And then he's got his hands up in front of 2 would-be tacklers.
Penalty, you can't step in that line there.
Well, you got to be happy. Well, not really happy with the lack of ball you've had, but to keep this Glendale Raptors team to 2 tries in this first half, killing off a yellow card here these last 5 minutes. They're going to have time here for the lineup. Oh, time is out. If they kick it out, he's going to kick it out. It's going to be the half.
It is halftime here at Infinity Park. It's been a very interesting tussle between 2 great teams. It's the Glendale Raptors that will go to the sheds with 2 tries against just a penalty from the Austin Huns. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to have halftime highlights and analysis. It's the Glendale Raptors 10, Austin Huns 3.
Sports Radio 104.3 The Fan. Denver's best live and local coverage of the NFL is on Denver's sports station. Sports Radio 104.3 The Fan.
Close, convenient, cozy. Where Rugby stays. Hyatt Place, Denver Cherry Creek. Located within walking distance of Glendale's Infinity Park Stadium and minutes away from the Cherry Creek Shopping Center and downtown. Featuring 3,000 square feet of meeting space, luxurious guest rooms with our signature Hyatt Grand Beds and complimentary breakfast. Prepare for your match in our 24-hour Stay Fit gym and connect with work, family, and friends on free Wi-Fi. Hyatt Place, Denver Cherry Creek, where Rugby stays.
Play the fastest growing sport in the U.S., rugby, and the pathway to playing with the best starts at Glendale Raptors Rugby Academy clinics. We're developing better rugby players ages 8 through 18. Our national championship coaches and players provide in-depth instruction and cutting-edge training so you can become a more effective rugby player. Learn how to tackle safely and more effectively. Join our March Rugby Tackling Clinic. Go to raptorsacademy.com/clinics to reserve your spot now.
I love my credit union. My mom is the one who took me in and said, "Here's where you'll bank for the rest of your life." 10 years later, I'm still a member. Westera is always there for me, and I like that they're local here in Colorado.
Federally insured by NCUA.
Infinity Park has witnessed a battle so far. 2 tries and a penalty have been scored. It's the Glendale Raptors and their home fans that are smiling so far. They lead 10-3. And this is the highlights right here. The first try was a thing of beauty, just quick hands. And in the end, it was Croy popping up on the outside who goes through untouched.
And that was in the first minute of play. The Raptors finally got on the board again late in this first half. It was out to Malifa that threw that pass out to Max Diashval. Diashval just had a couple of meters to cover. But again, Dal, a lot of mistakes in that first half. 2 really good teams. I expect a much better effort by both these squads in the second 40.
Well, that's right. Don't put the kettle on. We'll be right back with the second half from Glendale, Colorado, where the home side lead Austin by 10 points to 3.
Today's match from Rugby Town, USA is brought to you by Rugby Athletic. Rugby Athletic is leading the way in custom rugby jerseys and apparel at rugbyathletic.com. Hilton Garden Inn. For a convenient and comfortable stay, choose Hilton Garden Inn, Cherry Creek, an official hotel partner of Infinity Park. And by Turner Construction, the proud builders of Infinity Park. TurnerConstruction.com.
Looking for some extra room to stretch out and relax? Our suites are spacious, comfortable, and convenient for the quick or extended stay.
This is more like
Hampton Inn and Suites, Denver Cherry Creek, big enough for rugby.
kids, are you ready to get back in action? Play rugby this spring. It's fun, and all players get to run, pass, catch, and score. Kids gain skills, confidence, and discipline playing one of the most popular sports in the world, coached by some of the nation's best. It's on Tuesdays and Thursdays, starting March 7th. Kids 5 to 7 play flag rugby. 8 and over play contact, learning safe and effective tackling skills. To sign up or learn more, go to raptorsacademy.com/afterschool.
Welcome back, Youth League sensations. It might be snowboarding conditions in the background, but Infinity Park has seen some glorious rugby today. Dustin Croy and Maximo Archibald across the line for the Glendale Raptors. And it's the fly half, Timmy Guillemane, who's added 3 points for the Austin Huns. We're set for exciting final 40 minutes of action here. I'm Dallin Stanford alongside former Eagle rugby legend Brian Visit.
Yeah, Dal, just a little bit too many mistakes in that first half. A lot of knock-ons. We haven't been accustomed to seeing Glendale make so many unforced errors, but this Huns defense has been in their face all this first 40 minutes of play, and I think that had a lot to do with it. But if you're Eugene Eloff, you got to be pretty happy about it, being only 7 points adrift when you haven't really had any possession in this first 40 minutes of play. Let's spring for rugby. Boys and girls try rugby with our after-school rugby program starting March 7th here at Infinity Park. We welcome beginners to advanced, and spots are filling fast. Reserve your spot at raptorsacademy.com/afterschool.
Yeah, it's a little windy, as you can see, chilly conditions. And we know the Austin Huns were laughing, saying it was 70 or 80 degrees there, so things they've got to contend with. But that is life on the road if you want to be one of the best teams in the country. They had a great win last week, beating their rivals, the Austin Blacks, for the first time in history. And this is their biggest challenge so far to date, and they've really been in the thick of things. Not much possession to speak of, and when they've had the ball, mainly it's been behind their 10-meter.
Oh yeah, and they're going to have the wind at their backs here in the second half, and it is kicking up throughout the since the start of this match. So I think they're going to try to get some field position early, try to set up them with their forwards. But this Glendale forward pack has been doing pretty good, and there you see the flags with a swirling wind. But again, it's blowing mainly right to left as we're looking at the field, so it should benefit the Huns here in the second half. But let's not forget the first 5 minutes they're going to be playing short-handed. But so far they've been able to repel the Glendale attack with that power play on.
Yeah, you mentioned the set pieces. The scrum have been struggling for the Austin Huns. They've been going backwards. They've got a few balls out there. And then the line-outs, a couple of unforced errors as well. So back to basics is probably what Luffy is going to say. And that's Pedro Vandenberg there, former Springbok legend. He was played with the Glendale side for a while and now coaching at the Austin Huns. He's involved heavily there with the forwards. And Zach Vanolio, local man, Eagle, and captain of this side. He has really been a key figure for this team over the years.
Well, he and Mosey Timoteo have done an outstanding job the last couple of years. Mosey Timoteo, you mentioned him early. He's won 3 PRP titles in a row, one with San Francisco Golden Gate, 2 with the Raptors. So they know all about championships here at Rugby Town, USA. And the Huns, that's why they're playing these games. They played Ambach earlier, and they beat them, and Ambach came off that Cal Cup win, and now they're looking to beat the PRP champions. So, good on them trying to up their schedule, play tougher competition to let these guys know what it's like. And again, they got Mark Knutza, who was with Glendale last year, so he knows all about championship play and the level that these guys need to be at to compete against the best.
Yeah, I spoke to the Austin Huns general manager, Thierry Dupain, and of Richard Osborne as well, former president, and there's exciting developments there at the Austin club. They've got Nixon Lane, their field. They're expanding it to 2 to 3 or 4 fields. They want to build a stadium as well. So they've come to Glendale a lot to see how things are done. They know this is the best rugby facility in the country, and they're looking to get up there in years to come. So Nick Rocano, the referee, is ready for the second half. It's the Austin Huns that'll kick off from right to left. They're wearing their white and baby blue outfit, very similar to Argentina. And Zach Fenolio and the Glendale Raptors will receive this. 10-3 the score. And a lot could happen here in the second 40. Ball comes down and Quill leaves that one. So Halliman has got to collect this on the bounce. Wing three-quarter rolls through the first tackle. Wasn't held, so he can go up to the 22. Holder. Exit ball from him. The wind picks it up nicely. And it'll be a Huns line out.
And we got a Hunt player slow to get up on that kickoff. He was involved with that tackle on Halliman.
You want your man here?
Short line out here for the Austin Huns.
Time is off injury.
And there is an injury. You're right in the back play, still down.
Yeah, it looks like a right knee. One of the front row players, I think it might be. But some subs have come onto the field. Troy Spencer, I think he came on early in that first half. He still remains on. Huns trying to get something going. Playing. There's a replay right there, yeah. Huns trying to kill off that yellow card offense.
Yeah, Mason Peterson is the man that's down. So next game coming up, though, for the Glendale Raptors.
Yeah, catch the next Raptors home game here at Infinity Park on March 11th as they face Rugby Utah at 3 p.m. Get your tickets at GlendaleRaptors.com. Rugby Utah, another group that's trying to better themselves. Making a lot of changes, trying to get things going where they can compete against these best teams, or these top teams as well.
That's right, Rugby Utah won the Sevens National Championship last year. They were superb, and their 15s program has been on the rise. Don Patti, one of their players, represented the Eagle Sevens recently.
Thank you.
So Peterson will leave the field and replacement player coming on the field. Looks like Drummond is back in the mix here. So Robert Drummond owns 2 bars in Austin. Greenlight Social. We enjoyed a few jars there while we were there for the test match. And Brew Exchange as well. Ball comes to the front, taken there beautifully by Momsen. The Huns looking for their first attack in the second half. It's Knutzer, former Glendale player. And now Taylor. Zani Taylor into a bit of space though. Ball gets flung into touch.
That's an enterprising play by the Huns. Probably their best movement out wide. Just one missed pass. The timing just wasn't there, but the ball goes into touch. But that was a good little start for this Huns here in the second half.
So Fenolio now, Loyola Marymount University product. Skip pass to Wanless. Wanless cuts back in field, takes Wellborn on himself and more. Wanless has had a sterling game so far. Rock, big tackle on him. Quick ball there. Ball spits free, was backwards. So Fenolio can get his paws onto that. And then the ball's been knocked on in the process there. Replacement scrum off. Nick Boyer is on the field, trying to create a bit of magic.
Knock on.
And Nick Boyer coming back from injury this year. A little bit of a back injury that he's come back from. Looks like a live wire out there. You got the young and the old. Let's see. There's the knock. Intentional down or no? Said no. Just a scrum here to Glendale.
Yeah, good to see Boyer, 23-year-old. Pretty active family. His sister is a horse trainer and his brother's in med school. As the Fresno-born player feeds the scrum for Glendale. Doll has it at the back there. Malifa looking for a loop around, cuts through himself. Ata Malifa. Penalty to the Glendale side, but there's a player injured again in background for the Austin Huns. Looks like they fly off Timmy Guermain.
Yeah, and I think it was Wellborn that got called for coming in from the side. Almost a quick steal by this Huns team. And Diachval trying to pick up a little territory here. It'd be a real mammoth kick to try to go for pulls. But both teams trying to set the lineups down deep. Picked up a little bit of territory. there's Atam Malifa. Finally, that's what the great thing about Atam Malifa. Picks his spots beautifully. And the referee right there, he said it came from the side.
Rock, all 6 feet, 9 of him. It's Malifa again in play, throws a dummy. Guimain is good with the tackle. Holder, quick hands, fires it out to Croy on the far side. The Raptors playing with width on attack, oneless, making meters. Into the 22 they go. Dahl is lurking. Big contact on James Stewart. And now it's a good, almost stolen, but it's been stolen back from the Glendale Raptors. They're still going. Ball spits free. Rock well inside the 22. Glendale looking for their third. Collins brought down. London wants a hole. Casey Rock is driven backwards. Fenolio just needs to move it. Gets a pass away. Sneaky little pass to Atam Malifa. And Malifa's got more moves than Lady Gaga.
Atam Malifa, whose wife's expecting a baby not too much longer. Kristen, congratulations to both of them. And what a nice try that was for Atam Malifa and the Glendale Raptors. Look at Fenolio. I had to get through those two players. Then just a little squirt pass out to Atam Malifa to score the try. Those two have been working magic for many years. Nice offload by the skipper, Zach Fenolio, though, to find his inside center, Atam Malifa.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, the hooker playing like a backline player. Fenolio, he caught many times on the wing, finishing things off, and this time, deft touch from him. Maximo de Archival hasn't had his kicking cleats on today. Rarely seen misses from him, but today the wind is playing havoc. So the Glendale Raptors lead 15 points to 3 against the Austin Huns. We're in minute number 45 here in the second half.
And I think that the Huns have to be at full strength. Now let's count them up. 15 on 15 now. So that was the only damage that Glendale could muster right at the tail end of that yellow card offense.
Austin Huns fly off. Timmy Guimain. Little shout out to his family. The little Bill from Nimes. Glendale Raptors have claimed this one nicely on that far side. Ball just shoveled on. Quill. It's been another good addition for this Glendale team. Archibald's back in the pocket if they need him.
Yep.
No, they'll go to Holder. Holder's kick. Brought back with the wind and then taken nicely there from Elam Puddick. The Huns with Reed on attack. They drop the shoulder. Breitenbach from Johannesburg, South Africa. Options right and left here for the Huns to then get this ball out. Fairly slow, so defense has time to readjust as Sonny Taylor can't get around Halliman. Malifa better be careful there in the thick of things. Flat ball here for Momsen, native of Austin. Good wide ball. It's a nice pass, but Moore couldn't hold on and then knocked on.
First from white or straight from blue?
Yeah, Chad London almost got that bounce.
White first, then blue.
Almost would have been going, almost came back the other way. It's going to be the first knock on against the Huns, though.
White ball. White knock, then blue.
Scrum here for the Glendale Raptors. They've been very good, very solid ball on their own put in. Here's a look at wide. Watch London. He almost got this ball bounce up right in his hand. It would have been a 2-on-1 outside. No, 2-on-2 actually. Couldn't bring it down though. Again, I think the cold weather has a lot to do with the way the teams are having trouble handling the ball. I mean, it is very chilly today. The wind is not helping matters at all.
No, it certainly is. Arrived here and it was 21 degrees last night, but much warmer today. Players still adjusting. As Malifa, flat ball there to Archibald. They managed to contain him. Ball's been knocked on there by Holder.
holder just couldn't get that pass a little hard. Still should have brought it down. Joshua did well to stand his feet. Yeah. Instant replays are brought to you by Alpha Graphics. Increase your reach with marketing and print services from Alpha Graphics. www.agdigitaldenver.com.
So wide angle attack here. The Huns. Sonny Taylor, blindside wing, is just lurking behind the scrum.
All right, you lost your footing. Keep your footing up.
Very important that the Huns get a proper shove on here. Menard has been struggling at the back in 8th man, ball going backwards.
The Hun player went straight down to the floor. The Raptors have done really well in the scrum, Joe Dallin.
And we know the field's great condition. We were walking on it earlier. The ground staff here at Fitty Park do an amazing job. Now Sonny Taylor drifts wide. See Menard picks up well though. Now the Huns looking for Blitzer on the switch. Great job there from the outside centre. Guermain. Elon Paddock attacks the line nicely. Third phase here for the Huns. Breitenbach haven't been able to bust free like we saw last week, so it's a chip for the corner. Halleman sprints back. He has to let it bounce though. And it will be a line on here to the Glendale side. Huns, better territory for them.
But did he touch it? The assistant referee says no, he did not touch it. So it is going to be a Glendale put-in in this lineup. It looks like we've got Corey Momsen's coming out for the Austin Huns. And it looks like he's going to be replaced by Brian Wellborn. Get some fresh legs.
Time is back.
Yep, solid game there from Mumsen. He was a professional fisherman in Wisconsin during the summer months. Rugby player during the winter. So Wellborn joins his twin brother. Oh, the ball's there with the Austin Huns side. That's what happens when you have good territory. Quick turnover and inside the 22. LeMasters is smashed to the ground. But it's the Lone Star State still on attack. Tonga throws a dummy. Gets his flick pass in, but it's intercepted by the Glendale Raptors holder. An extra pass just being forced, and the Archibald can clear the lines. Sonny Taylor has to come back to help out the right wing, filling in at fullback. So the Huns have lost plenty of ground, but this is another good-looking kick from the young French fly-off. And Halleman has touched that, he's knocked it on. In fact, it's Boyer that put the touch on.
Oh, that was not the best play there from Nick Boyer, the scrum half for this Glendale squad. The bounce was up high enough. He tried to bat it to himself. He just batted it forward. And this is the opportunity that the Huns needed. Scrum down deep in the Glendale end. 30 minutes left on the clock here. Look at the ball bouncing up high. And then he tried to, man, he just needed a little more patience there. But this is a great opportunity for the Huns. They need a good scrum, though. They haven't really had solid scrum ball this whole game. It's been Glendale that's been taking it to them. But if they ever need a solid one, this is the time.
Time to strike. There are vital moments in a game, and you got a sense this is one of them. Momentum is with the Austin Huns right now. Knocking on the door. Huns did superbly in the preseason, beating the Air Force Select 95-5, and then a lot of some close matches with the Dallas Reds and Armback. Now they're really backs to the wall. 12 points behind the Glendale Raptors. Reed, better scrum here from the Huns. Flat ball to Attackworth. Ooh. Big collision coming in there. I haven't seen Tonga, the man Mountain, go backwards in my life.
Man, Adam Alifa just lit up the skipper. There's a missile in that midfield. The full arm penalty here, though, against entering from the side is the call against Glendale. So now what do the Huns do? It's a very makeable kick. Looks like they're going to kick for the line again.
I'd like to see that replay, because Adam Alifa
It looks like we got a...
You good? Come on, let's go.
So here's the tackle, Malifa. Look at that shoulder drive comes flying in. Oh, more hits than the Canadian immigration website. And Tonga takes a tumble.
Yeah, big hit by Adam Malifa. He and his brother Nessie both love the contact. Not the biggest guys in the world, but still love to throw their bodies around. Okay, now they're trusting their line out. Scrum didn't work, now they're trusting the line out here, 5 meters out.
Onto the field there too is Rui Dore from Portugal, wearing 20 in the scrum cap. They go to the back. The Huns surging for the line. The Raptors still working around the fringes. Now Fenolio been told to let it go. Back on their feet they are. The rolling ball for the line. Going more sideways than forward.
I think Glendale's got it.
Offside play, and it's in the red zone. There could be somebody going to the bin here.
Yeah, there's a lot of chat going on. I think Rakona's had enough.
Number 8 can't come in from the back like that. All right, anything more from them, it goes, all right?
Going in from the side. Might have been Peter Dahl. Looked like Glendale did come away with that. Referee said no, wasn't legal. And he's also fed up with the Glendale players talking. One more, I think he's reaching.
So Peter Dahl, there he is there, pinged. Camera doesn't lie. Hunt still with ball in hand. 55 minutes gone in this game. They go to the front, it's well won with a take. Ball has it at the back. Ball is dangling there. Dahl tries to get in again. He may helping himself to a yellow card if he continues. And there is advantage here for the Austin Huns. Right near the line. It is yet another penalty, and this could be a keep the change moment. It certainly is.
Number 6.
And it's one-less this time is off. 10 in the bin.
Number 6, dropping the maul.
Dropping the maul is the call. Can't do that. Dangerous play. And now here come the Huns again with a line out. They've tried it twice with that rolling ball. They've executed the lineouts well. They just haven't been able to get that ball in, across the try line. Glendale defense been pretty spot on.
One more attempt. Oh, this one taken easy there from Collins. Wasn't the best throw from LeMasters. Glendale back in the pocket with Will Holder. US Army player bangs this downfield. Hasn't got out. Taylor got a launcher, good counter attack, and flings it out wide. Heller slips. Tonga was a bit of a shield there. A big shield at that. Ball's been stolen there from Glendale, and Boyer quick hands to Archibald. They got London on the outside. Chad London loves the counter attack stuff. Over the halfway line, and just like that, Glendale will look to be conceding a try. Have ball in hand over the halfway. Big Casey Rock. And then they attack the line. Holder, bust 3. The young flower flips it in to Archibald. So active in his last few minutes as the fullback. Now it's a dummy from Boyer. Reed, try-saving tackle. The Glendale Raptors. Numbers to burn on the right-hand side. Quick hands could do it. Malifa trying to step his way through. Wasn't the right answer there, but it could still be on. And now the Molcop. Quick hands is needed. Pete Dahl with a corner. Pete Dahl not only expecting a third child, but he may have scored.
Oh, what a great reply by this Glendale Raptors squad. There's the man, Peter Dahl, been around for a long, long time. Every try is so special. He's such a great player. Does a lot of really good things. But it started with that line-out throw. You know, there's Zach Fenolio going over the top, stealing that ball for the Raptors. Then they come storming back was Chad London. They had a nice big break. And here's a finish. Good feet by Fenolio. He started it, and he had a big hand in the end as well. And there's Dahl just reaching out for the grounding. Great reply from this Raptor squad.
Well, Peter Dahl is only the second best rugby player in his family behind his wife, Katie. And he can certainly deliver the goods. Called the hard man. He's tried to retire for many years. And we're fortunate to still to see him in action. That's the 4th try for the Glendale Raptors. And Will Holder will get his first chance to kick for poles. Oh, beautiful swing, and it is over. Holder's kick is good. It's 22-3. The Glendale Raptors lead the Austin Huns. We've had 57 minutes gone.
Yeah, playing shorthanded. They got the try against the run of play. And the Huns had all sorts of pressure for about 5 minutes right on the Glendale line, but that Fenolio steal really turned things around.
To get to the middle, please. That's good, thank you.
You know, Huns head coach Loffy did say that the Glendale team has been playing for many years, the championship side, and they should put up a decent score. Huns obviously are going to try to prevent that. They need to get on the board if they can. Halleman gets us one over open space here for the Glendale Raptor wing. Stepping and weaving. And then Minar crunches him. Ball is available here for the Huns, and it's Troy Spencer that's picked it up.
Went into touch. And it's going to be the line out over here with the Huns throw. Yeah, Seth Halleman found a little seam in that Huns defense. Let's see if we can take a look at it here. I don't know. It looked like he might have been up in the air when he threw that ball back, referee on the side.
The Masters, another line out that has been stolen. And so Holder still going. Second time he's been able to bust the line. Malifa throws that dummy. Just gets ankle tap into the 22. Glendale with a flurry. It's to Molkop. Paul Blart. He will not be caught. The Italian stallion reaches over. And just like that, he scores another as the crowd erupt.
The confidence is just building with this Glendale squad. Here's the break right here. Fenolio, just a little shell, goes right through some poor defensive tackling by the Huns right there. And Fenolio with the lunge and the reach adds 5 more points. Zach Fenolio, a great player, great leader for this Glendale squad. I like the acquisitions they have with Logan Collins, Max Diashimo. Here's another one, Will Holder. Some really good players they picked up in this off season.
Formality from in front. It is over, 29-3. The Glendale Raptors lead the Austin Huns after 60 minutes at Infinity Park. And Zach Fenolio, who's often mistaken for Zach Galifianakis, gets the 5th try here for the home side.
And the Raptors, I think they're still shorthanded. Yeah, 4 more minutes left on the shorthand. They scored 2 tries. Well, that kills the team. If you're the Huns, you give up 2 tries while you got the man advantage. That really stings.
Yep, the Huns still have a lot of work to do, but there's a long season ahead. And of course, next year, the all-important year, the Huns will look to explode. This year will be their first year competing with a lot of foreign players in their side as well. And they're just getting connected with each other as well. It's an all-important task.
20.
Penalty against them.
Yeah, now rolling away. You feel the tide has turned here, Dallin. Huns gave it a great shot for 60 minutes. Still plenty of time left, but you feel this Glendale team with a lot of championship experience behind them. They know about big games. They know about finishing off teams. And you feel like they're really doing that right now.
Blue 7.
And here comes Zach Paga coming on, wearing the number 20 jersey. Looks like John Quill going off number 7. And he's another great acquisition by this Glendale squad.
How many do you have, Blue? 6? 4? Okay, thank you. 7.
I think to take into account is, of course, the Austin Huns saved all the energy for last week against the Austin Blacks, a big rival clash. And Glendale had an easier fixture. As Chad London takes into the traffic, HP Moore brings him down.
6,
now they've got to roll away. Penalty at the breakdown.
Put your hands down.
Moore had his hands up. And Boyer hit him.
Number
Referee's
6,
going to come
release
back for
and
full
roll
arm
clear.
penalty. Yeah. We've seen yellow cards for worse than that. Will Holder here is going to inside the 22-meter line. And again, you got to love this Glendale lineout.
6, you get caught in that position. Don't put your hands up. Just keep your hands down. Thank you.
Yeah, referee Nick O'Connor has done a great job explaining things to the players. I also like that he hasn't reached the pocket when not needed. Both teams have finally conceded a yellow each. So Glendale back on attack yet again. Storming in the second half. They go to Dole at the front. And then Parga, the policeman, his first touch. His brother is on the bench. The Samoan bulldozer. Speaking of bulldozing, it's Fenolio again. Says he's a big fan of Dan Power. I think he just does that to get to me. There's an overlap here. Numbers to burn. It's Croy. He'll get a double. Easy as you like. The Glendale Raptors over for another.
Yeah, really turning it on now. It was like a 5-on-1 way out wide. Malifa saw it, spun that ball out wide to make it a 2-on-1 way out wide. Dustin Croy, all he had to do was catch that ball basically to score his second of the day.
Thank you.
That's right, Fenolio done superb work in the build-up. And then Malifa, just a skip pass out wide. And they even had Pete Dole lurking on the outside. He's got one already tonight. So Croy will get his double, and that's try number 6 for this Glendale side. Holder, another conversion attempt. First lieutenant in the US Army, made his debut with the Eagles in 2012 against Canada. Inspired to play rugby by his father when he was a youngster. And another good-looking strike. It's successful. So the Glendale Raptors now a firm lead, 36-3 against the Austin Huns. We did not expect the second half rampage from the home side.
Well, this is a great experience for this Huns team, though. They know what they have to do now to get to that level. Going to play a full 80 against a really top side here.
If you want to check that out. I want to thank our ball runners today, Tommy and
Get deep here for Parga. Parga goes across field. Taken there by Spencer. Drummond is there on the short side. Fenolio again. Into the heavy traffic, and Boyer spots a little half gap. Reed is over him. Casey Rock, what a handy play he's to have in the line out. Quick ball there from Malifa. Archwell and Knutzer meet again. Collins, he's just done such hard work in the breakdown. Got a good quick hands, London into open space. And now Halleman. Halleman puts on the jet shoes. And then good tackle from Elan Paddock at fullback. Advantage here, and it'll be a full-on penalty, offside play.
Like that.
Archibald goes quickly. He's surely on the mark, sir.
From the side.
Yeah, coming in from the side, it was the call against the Austin Huns. Yeah, I really like the way the Glendale Raptors have really picked up their game here in the second half. They're playing high tempo in the first half. They just weren't connected. A lot of knock-ons, a lot of silly mistakes, but they've really toned that down here in this second half. Looks like some more reserves coming in. I think, is that Wanless leaving? No, Wanless is staying on. Let's take another look at the replay. There's you see the Hun player coming in from the side.
Hold the ball.
Guga, they call him Guga. Georgi Tesverva has left the game, and Halleman has left as well. So some fresh legs in the Glendale team. Looks like Chad London has also gone off for the Raptors.
Knocked down there by Boyer, so Raptors with Parga in midfield. Looking to punch another one in. Collins loses that one. Ball's been kicked through. no advantage.
Knock on from blue.
So it'll just be a scrum here for the Austin Huns.
Now the Huns are just looking for a good finish. I think the results
Here we are.
out of touch.
Come white.
Trailing 36-3 here, but they can finish strong.
Sub.
There's a knock right there, Logan Collins. And you talked about Logan. I think he is such a really good player, a solid player. Wins a lot of line-out ball. He's always the kind of a go-to guy. At least what we've seen with the Barbarians. There's Casey Rock in the nice hand. He leads the field.
Well, that's a non-traditional haircut there, Viz. You've never seen one?
James Delboski.
Hold your show.
You know, Chris Bowman would be very proud with that.
Yeah, he'd love that. Tight.
So Delboski takes his position at scrum time. We've got Nick Johnson on the field as well, the 26-year-old wing. No relation to the Breakfast Burrito, former Eagle by the same name. Ball's just out the tunnel, so they're going to just feed this again.
Let's go down. Fucking your ball down. Come on. Let's go. That's not gonna work.
Blake Rogers is also in.
Fuck. It just snapped.
Fairly new with this Glendale Raptors program. He's wearing number 17. Connor Cook, number 19. Moved from back from Hawaii with the Raptors. So a lot of new guys in that Glendale forward pack.
No, it's fucking. Put your foot back in it. What is that about? Here it is with the.
Yeah, looks like Delboski there just needs to change his cleats as well.
The summer of Rugby Sevens returns to Infinity Park. Save August 25th through 27th for the annual Rugby Town Sevens and enjoy the latest and hottest Olympic sport. Infinity Park at Glendale.com. And Will Holder, the fly half for Glendale today, he led that Army team so brilliantly last year. And remember, they just kind of annihilated everybody in the military. And then they kind of, used up all their gas because I thought they were contenders for the club division. They played extremely well there at the Rugby Town Sevens.
Oh, it really is brilliant to see teams from all over the country and all over the world taking part. It's our favorite event of the year. Please make sure you get there for August 25th, 26th, and 27th. Gold medal Fijian players will be there, fresh from the Olympics, and of course the World Series. It would be great if we could wind back the clock and get the boots back on, old Viz.
I don't even think about that anymore. But it's fun to watch these kids out here and fun to watch some of these really good players playing. And it's a joy to watch this Glendale squad because they just gel so well together. And you're going to see them again next week if you tune in. Catch the Raptors' next home match here at Infinity Park on March 11th as they face Rugby Utah at 3 p.m. Get your tickets at GlendaleRaptors.com.
Okay, here we go.
Another great matchup there coming up pretty soon. A lot of tons of players coming out of Salt Lake City and the Utah area. Delboski, shame on him. He should have done this on the sideline. He's been off for 67 minutes, comes on and... I mean, I don't know if he's got a train track to the side of his head there. But they're going to continue nonetheless. It is 36-3. The Glendale Raptors lead the Austin Huns. Bit of a shell shock here for the men from Texas, the Lone Star State. But there's a lot of rugby to be played for this rest of the season. The return match on April 15th will be an interesting one when the Glendale side travel to Nixon Lane. Ball comes out the tunnel again. About 11 minutes to go so far in this clash.
Yeah, very similar to the last scrum. So they've been down here for the last 5 minutes trying to set this scrum, get it in and out. They just haven't been able to do it. It looked like Zach Finoli almost hooked that ball back for his squad. Came out though, the referee said let's put it back in again to the Huns.
So the Austin Huns should be running this one out. Haven't had much possession to speak of. And so Reed finally flicks this one out. Grutsak gets Tonga on the loop around. They cut him down. He couldn't get a good head of steam. The big Polynesian-born player. So it's slow ball here for the Huns. Good tackle on Breitenbach as he rolls through.
No.
Penalty against.
Another
Both
from
of
the
you,
side.
6 and 8, side entry.
Drummond, I think it is, Robert Drummond, a little slow getting up, entering from the side is the call against Glendale. So the Huns will get it into touch here for a line out.
Yeah, Robert Drummond, the longest standing player in this D1 Huns roster. University of Texas alumni. That one, not in field of play, but the flag.
Flag up.
Oh my.
Flag is up.
What a play by Diashimo.
Yeah, but acrobatics like you've never seen. Circus Alay will be calling next.
Did that cross the line though? That's the key. Nick Zuccaria with the call.
Well, the new rule is you can hit the ball and then still go out of bounds yourself as long as the ball hasn't touched the player that's touching the outside of the field. But it's the Huns on attack. Minor. And then Wellborn into open space. The Carpenter fends and goes. Look at this run from the Huns.
Oh.
Wellborn just a few meters short. He needs support. Glendale Raptors on the back foot. They may have turned this ball over though. Wellborn got too far ahead of his troops. In the thick of things there are the Raptors forwards. Malifa back in the pocket for a kick. 19. Exciting stuff there from Wellborn. Him and his twin brother have been with the team for many years, playing 7s and 15s.
Yeah, coach was getting a little bit of a rest at the start of this game. Get a good look at Adam Malifa, one of the try scorers for this Glendale team today. Yeah, Wellborn looked like he had some good fresh legs there. But let's take a look and see if we can see the Glendale steal. It still looks like his Huns ball there, but then it was a counter ruck, and that's when Paga picked it up. I think. No, it wasn't Paga that picked that ball up. It was Daboski that picked that ball up. So we've got the fresh boot, and it's Wellborn that's down now for Huns.
What do you have, Cram?
Yeah, he's going to wait for the play right now. While there's a break there, quick shout out to Norma Salinas, the photographer, one of the best in the country. She's with the Austin Huns. She's probably in the gym right now getting a good workout, but she misses the team and sad she couldn't travel with them here to beautiful Infinity Park.
Now, today's match. They're in green vests. They will
Let's spring for rugby. Boys and girls try rugby with our after-school rugby program starting March 7th here at Infinity Park.
Quickly, please.
We welcome beginners to advanced, and spots are filling fast. Reserve your spot at raptorsacademy.com/afterschool.
Yeah, great program happening on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Twice a week, the youngsters will get to learn the game of rugby. So the Austin Huns want to get a try in this game. Minor, though, drops a one, and then Fenolia knocks it on. So just going to be a scrum here for the Austin Huns.
When you go switch a boot, don't turn your boot off. Go switch a boot out of it.
Now let's take a look at that last one. There was the knock back, but there's the knock forward by Zach Fenolio. Been very active throughout this whole match, especially in the second half. Scored a try, led to a couple of tries.
Blue 8.
And there is the boot, the infamous boot that has been.
Wow, the boot has crumbled. He's got to leave the field, and it's not for hair adjustments. It's just to get a new pair of cleats. Delboski goes. A few replacements take the field right now. Everyone getting a chance here in this friendly clash.
And Devin Vaughter, they call him Clifford. He has come in with the red hair and the red scrum cap.
It's Robert Drummond. He was a great host for us a couple weeks ago in Austin. One of the nicest guys you meet. And scrum yet again getting pushed around. It's a tight head as Paga comes away with this one. Ball's flicked there to Croy on the far side. Correct meters gained here for the Glendale Raptors. And then quick hands. Ball finally hits the deck for a ruck, and Boyer into a little half gap himself. Holder now becomes the scrum half. Stewart Fenolio skips through one, looking for that offload, ever present. Malifa, again, you can see the step was coming out to Malifa. From the Eagle 7-star. Now, Archibald testing the defense inside the 22.
No ruck there.
4 tries in the second half here for the Glendale side. And then Connor Cook shapes up for his first run. Still with Glendale building the phases. Blake Rogers, the country musician. Wanless. He's worked tirelessly tonight. Wellborn is down in back play. Raptors so close to the line.
Knock on.
Yeah, Wellborn's got to come out. There's only 5 minutes left in this game. He's got to come out.
Knock on.
It looks like he's going to stagger on to the last 5 minutes. There's a knock on there by Glendale as they tried to get yet another try. How many they got? 6 or 7 so far?
Yep, 6 tries, 4 in the second half though.
And the reserves have come on and injected some new life into this Glendale squad as well. Some young players in that forward pack.
Ready?
Looks like Justin Paga is back in the back line here for this Glendale squad.
Oh, Paga, the Samoan bulldozer.
Crouch!
Just on the side there was Devin Vorta, 27-year-old, coach with the Glendale Youth Program. But yeah, Paga, they run an Instagram page called Samoan Smash, and it's the brothers chronicalizing their gym and rugby adventures as Minar comes away with this one for the Austin Huns. They try to hold him up, he gets the ball away to Reed. So Huns under all sorts of pressure on the own line. Malifa with another smash hit. I wonder if that will go on the highlights with the Smash Brothers.
Yeah, Ata Malifa, again, not the biggest guy, but really loves to play defense. Let's see what they do here. We've seen that Glendale scrum dominate throughout this game. They're going to try to finish off with a 5-meter pushover.
Stop, white 19. White 19. Oh, your man.
Yep, I think Wellborn's finally made the right decision to go out. It looks like Phil Hansen has come on for this Huns team. That's old style look right there, huh?
Ready for power, boys. Ready for power.
Crouch!
Yeah, there's no reason for him to stay on. This game was already over. He's got to go off. Got a little bit of an injury.
Early push, sir.
Yep, into the last 3 minutes of this game. Archibald goes to the short side, but Paga picks and goes for the line himself. The big man who was sponsored by KFC for a number of years. Holder, quick hands for the corner. Croy for a hat-trick. Big collision just before the jar lines prevents Croy from getting over. But it's the captain that gets over again. It's the Mulcop that scores that Fenolio try number 2 for the big man.
Yeah, nice little dive in there by Zach Fenolio. The ball was about a meter short from Dustin Croy.
Thank you.
And it was Zach Fenolio that dotted that ball down. I think it was Zach Fenolio. The announcer said there was Dustin Croy that scored it. I think he got cut just short. Look at the quick hands there by. He gets cut down just short. And here's the quick pickup by Zach Fenolio. Boy, that must have been right on the line because it was awfully close.
Yeah, great awareness there from Paul Block. The Mulcop, as is known in these parts. Fenolio gets a double.
Was that the little touch pass though by Max Diashevall?
It certainly was. Great skills.
Put Croy on the outside.
Stay short. So 41-3. A dominant performance here by the Glendale Raptors over the Austin Huns at Infinity Park. That's a forward's dream. Well, not to crack the boot, but
backwards.
Ball's been knocked through, and the Huns try to snaffle this one up. Glendale maintained possession into the last couple of minutes. Good little skills here from the replacement forwards coming in. And the ball gets knocked free, so it'll be a scrum for the Austin Huns.
Kind of busy fending off some Huns. Just lost the handle on that ball. But as the sun's going down, it's starting to get a little colder here, if that was possible.
It's certainly possible. Shivering here in the commentary booth. 1 minute to go in this clash.
Let's call it a commentating area. I know booth's right.
Crouch!
So the Austin Huns with their replacement scrum off, Aaron Bone. They'll get a full-on penalty. Early push, so Mano will tap and go himself. South African 8th man flings it across to Tongo. It's a very quiet game by Heat standards. Malifa brings him to the ground. Greerman for the outside, and Elan Paddock is well handled. Huns want to stretch the field on attack. Another monster hit in midfield. Now the ball comes again to Tonga. Flat ball here to Moore.
Release, move, 12.
HP Moore allowed to place the ball. Looking for those open spaces. To Array.
20.
And now their numbers on the right-hand side. 6 against 5. Elan Paddock in the gap. Paddock ankle tap. Archibald tries to steal this ball.
Hey, come on, Lakshmi!
Austin Huns have done well to get inside the 22 and rewarded with a scrum.
Nice effort by Will Holder with that ankle tap. I thought the Huns were out of reach, but Will Holder with that desperation dive saved a possible try. But here's the last movement.
I'm right if you disagree with me, but I don't need that over there, okay?
For the Austin Huns.
This is terrible, right? Be a captain, be a leader.
Hunt player still on the floor. But he ain't got to be pretty impressed down with the way this Glendale Raptors side has played in the second half. They're trying to make it happen in the first half, but they just couldn't get it right. But then in the second half, they really turned on the Jets. You can see the momentum changing. They continue to push at this Huns line, and were rewarded with a lot of tries here in the second half.
That's right. Here we are. Take a look there at Elan Paddock, just hovering back to position. Table tennis specialist, as he's known, and feeding the scrum is, we said, Bones come on. They call him Bonsai, in reference to his height. He will feed here for the Austin Huns, and Donnie de Villiers, the backs coach, looks on as does CJ DeVette, and Peter Vandenberg and James DeLacy is the Huns' last player here. Looking for a crack. It's a short ball. It's great passage up play. The Austin Huns get over. And just like that, the move was about as clean as a $40 car wash. And it's Jody Reyes that gets the score for the Huns.
Thank you, Jody. Yeah, that was a beautifully timed move by this Austin Huns back line. Jody Reyes just too strong coming in from this outside angle. Look at the angle, little pop right through the seam. Cuts inside of Malifa to score the try. That's what the Huns need. Their first try, only try of the game, but at least they got one on the board.
Yeah, we saw it last week against the Austin Blacks. It was the French fly-off that it caused havoc. And he's just chipped one over here. Guimian gets the conversion over, and that is full time here. The Austin Huns have had the last say in this game, but it's the Glendale Raptors that have scored some champagne tries, and they've won this clash by 41 points to 10. And a very interesting game it was. A very close first half, and in the end, too much power here from the local side. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to have the post-match presentation and highlights from Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. It's the Glendale Raptors 41, Austin Huns 10.
Today's match from Rugbytown, USA was brought to you by First Bank. Password recovery is a thing of the past. Fingerprint login available in the First Bank mobile banking app, efirstbank.com. Alpha Graphics. Increase your reach with marketing and print services from Alpha Graphics. www.alphagr.com. agdigitaldenver.com. And by O'Brien Rugby. For all your rugby needs, visit o'brienrugby.com.
Why don't I waste it? Time. We do not have time to waste.
Either you want it or you don't. If you don't want it, then go and play somewhere else. You've got to aspire to reach that next level. It's the reason why we do this game. Keep going! Keep going! Win the fight! Win the fight!
Score, Glendale.
Well done!
Try again. Wrong answer. Try again. Try again. You've been blocked. Wrong answer. Been blocked. Try again. Then try again. Wrong answer. Blocked. Try again. Blocked. Try again.
Your hands can do a lot. They can follow the lines. They can color outside of them, greet new friends, and comfort old ones. With Xfinity, they can do even more, like manage your account, change your Wi-Fi password, and take your favorite shows anywhere you go. Xfinity is putting more control where it belongs, right in the palm of your hand. Get the app or visit xfinity.com/myaccount.
Close, convenient, cozy. Where Rugby stays, Hyatt Place, Denver Cherry Creek. Located within walking distance of Glendale's Infinity Park Stadium and minutes away from the Cherry Creek Shopping Center and downtown. Featuring 3,000 square feet of meeting space, luxurious guest rooms with our signature Hyatt grand beds and complimentary breakfast. Prepare for your match in our 24-hour Stay Fit gym and connect with work, family, and friends on free Wi-Fi. Hyatt Place, Denver Cherry Creek, where Rugby stays.
Well, welcome back here to Infinity Park. David Williams and his Glendale Raptors team have held on in the second half. They've scored some marvelous tries. They've defeated the Austin Huns by 41-10. But it was an interesting game, interesting tussle. The Austin Huns couldn't find their rhythm early on in this game, and nor could the Glendale Raptors for that matter.
Well, they started out like gangbusters. I mean, we thought it was going to be a runaway. The first minute of play, they scored that try with their first handling. But then it was kind of, a struggle the rest of the first half for both these teams. A lot of knock-ons. I think the weather obviously played a factor. But there's some adjustments made at halftime for this Glendale Raptors side, and they came out storming like the team we've been used to calling for years.
They certainly are. These are the highlights right here. And it was Adam Alifa that got on the ball with a great flick from Fenolio.
And then the Raptors really turned it on. Here we go on outside. There's Zach Fenolio, gets it out wide. And it ends up in the hands of Peter Dahl, who scores the try to make it 22-3. And right then, the momentum really started to shift in favor of this Glendale Raptors team. And then again, Fenolio had his hand in a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff for this Glendale Raptor team. He scored the try right there to make it 29-3. And then it goes out wide. The little quick back hands out to Dustin Croy, who scores a try again, his second of the day.
That's right, they weren't finished yet. Ball still going wide. That's a nice little flick there at the end. And then it was Croy that was just short of his hat trick, but Fenolio filled in. The captain again, the Italian, dives over for another great score. Of course, he's so happy with this as well. But I love the way the forwards and backs combine nicely. They've got experienced players, they've got young players in the mix as well. You look at Maximo Archwell, a player that's been with the Denver side for many years, now teaming up with the best there is in Glendale.
You know, we talked about with Laffy earlier this week, and he said, you know, as you mentioned earlier in the game, this Glendale team's been playing so long together, and then you pick up guys like this, but they know how to win every type of game. They can win the wide open game. They can grind you down for the victory as well. And we saw an experienced team out there today. They knew what they had to do in the second half. There was no panic. When the mistakes were coming in the first half, there was no panic. They knew they were in pretty good control of this game. And then we saw it there in the second half. They really just started to dominate. And Logan Collins, he's got a big smile on his face. He played a strong game, as he always does.
No, he certainly does. So switching gears to the Austin Huns, they're a very, very new team. And what I was saying, next year will be a year because they would have a year underneath their belt of playing. Robert Drummond, one of the big forwards there, you can see they're disappointed. It's very tough for them to handle this. But they've taken out the Austin Blacks for the first time in history since 1972. They've scored some brilliant tries this season. Tough game today, but there's a lot to work on.
No, there certainly is. And it's a great learning experience. We talked about it through the match. I mean, this is how you get to that level. When I played for Ambach, before we had a great run, we got beat by an Australian team. I think they put 100 points on us. And a lot of the guys who learned in that game learned from that and brought championships later on.
And we can go downstairs down to the mayor of Glendale, Mike Donovan, for the post-match presentation.
Check, check. For all of us that are still out here freezing, a big hand for these two great teams, Austin and Glendale. Now, you know that the Tri-Club's going to be very warm for that pint. Now, are you just cold, or have you got an addiction of some sort? Addiction. As you know, this great game always rewards the player of the match for both teams, because in rugby we end up playing together. We're opponents on the day, but in life we are teammates. The player of the match for the Austin Huns, number 9, Michael Reed. Come on, Michael, come up here. Well, that's a great beard you got, Mikey.
Thank you.
They let you on an airplane like that, or they run you through special security?
They looked at me a little bit funny, but yeah, they let me through at least.
Congratulations on being player of the match. The Huns are a great team. Tell us a bit about the match today.
It was a hard-fought match. As you can tell, in the first half it was 10-3, so we were in it, but these guys were just too clinical in the second half, so we just couldn't keep up with them.
Somehow I don't think you're going to put up with that in the future.
No, definitely not. We're gonna take the slap. We know what we need to work on now.
Big hand for Michael Reed, player of the match. Well done. For the Glendale Raptors, Zach Fenolio. Come on, Zach. Now, we've given you I don't know what's in there. I suspect it could be a bomb of some sort, but let's hope not. Zach, congratulations. The Eagles are doing well. Everything's. Tell us, the Huns. I mean, this was a real test for us.
Yeah, they're a great program. They're continuing to develop and get a lot of great players playing for them, and great coaching all the way through. So it's a great program, and it was a great test today. That was a lot closer than the score showed. So we look forward to seeing them in Austin.
Right, and we've got Utah coming up on the 11th.
Yep, also a great test. We've got a lot of stuff that we need to work on individually, but just continue to develop and get better.
Once again, congratulations, and you've been player of the match many times. Thank you. Cheers. Big hand for Zach Fenolio. Now, we got a bit of business to take care of, boys. One cheer for the officials. Hip, hip. And for our rugby family, before we open up the fan zones, 3 cheers for what makes this happen. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. The fan zone is open. Guys, talk to the kids, and we'll see you for a pint.
Well, there we have it. Of course, Zach Fenolio, what a game he's had. The hard-working forward was everywhere, leading by example as always. And, of course, that little flick pass. I mean, how does he do it?
Oh, he loves that. You know, he's great on offense, but he's great on defense. He puts the work in all around the field, a full 80 minutes. So congratulations to Zach and the Glendale Raptors. Another solid performance.
Yeah, of course, the players are smiling from year to year. Of course, it's a great win here for the Glendale Raptors. And again, the Austin Huns, they know what they're going to work on. That home match is going to be a very interesting game. I wouldn't be surprised if it's within 10 or 15 points either side. We know the Austin Huns were missing a few players, but so were the Glendale Raptors as well.
Yeah, that happens. And again, it was a kind of early season game, but there's going to be better rugby for both these sides as they develop throughout this season. But
And so congratulations then, of course, to the Glendale Raptors. They have done superbly. And again, it's the second half. It's the turning it on with their forwards and their backs. You know, 7 brilliant tries in the end were excellent. Of course, Zach Fanola was in the thick of things. He's going to be joining us in just a few moments. And in fact, here he is. Captain Courageous, Zach Fanola, welcome back to the commentary booth. Not the first time you've been man of the match. Tell us about that game today.
We definitely struggled in the first half, didn't get through the phases very well. We were struggling with continuity, but we adjusted at halftime and ready to get the ball rolling again in the next game.
And tell us about a new coach, Dave Williams. What energy is he bringing to the squad?
Yeah, you know, Davey's a straightforward, honest coach, and he tells us like it is. And you know, we weren't doing well enough there in the first half, and gave us the great adjustments to make it for the second half, and we'll continue to develop and get better. One
more thing, you've been playing against Denver for many years, and now you've got Denver legends amongst you. What was it like?
You know, that's what we've all been dreaming about for a long time, getting these guys out here playing with us. We just wanted the best team out here in Denver and showcasing the talent that we have here. So playing with Maxi, playing with Logan, playing with Otto, those guys, it's amazing.
Speaking of talent, you can look at the screen right now. Tell us some of these tries. Talk us through them.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we struggled to kind of get just more direct, played a little fancy and flashy in the first half. You can definitely tell the adjustments we made, just playing more direct, playing more straightforward, and, you know, just getting lucky to get a good win there today.
And how about that last try when Dustin was just cut a little bit short? I saw you, you were pretty happy you got that dot down.
Yeah, a little shameless try right there. Let Dustin do all the work. We've been playing together for about 12 years now, so he's used to just doing all the work, and then I get the glory.
That's brilliant. Looking ahead, the rest of the season, some big fixtures still to come.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we try not to get too far ahead of ourselves. Again, just focusing on what we do best and working on the areas that we need growth on. And there's definitely a lot of that. So Davey will do some work here in the next few days and let us know what we need to continue to develop.
Something for the fans?
Yeah, I mean, an amazing showing. Cold, snowy day. You know, it's nothing better than having these screaming fans out here to support us, so we love it.
Now, you said your favorite commentator is Dan Power. Is that true?
You know, I can't comment on that. You know, I try and stay in the good graces of everybody.
Zach Fanola, thank you for the time.
Appreciate
Congratulations on a great win from your team.
Take care.
And
thanks, guys.
And thanks for joining us in Rugby Town, USA, where Glendale defeated the Austin Huns by a score of 41-10. For more info on Infinity Park, go to infinitypark@glendale.com. Any rebroadcast of the pictures, audios, and accounts from this match are strictly prohibited without express written permission from the city of Glendale, Colorado. This has been a copyright broadcast of the city of Glendale, Colorado. For Brian Visit and our entire crew, I'm Dallin Sanford saying thanks for tuning in.
I love my credit union. My mom is the one who took me in and said, "Here's where you'll bank for the rest of your life." 10 years later, I'm still a member. Westera is always there for me, and I like that they're local here in Colorado.
Federally insured by NCUA.
Why not waste it? Time. We do not have time to waste.
Either you want it or you don't. If you don't want it, then go and play somewhere else. You've got to aspire to reach that next level. It's the reason why we do this game.